boys and girls, a quick update from Cambridge, Ontario, Canada, North America, Earth solar system. Today's Tuesday, and I got up at like 6:30 and I drove my truck and trailer to the Combined Auto Repair. What a name. But these guys are pretty good. Because I didn't want to go to KENWORTH to fix my flashing lights because the battery was not charging. And I talked to a guy who does heavy haul, and he had this problem on all of his trailers. And basically he says just lose that battery, take it out and hook up the wire directly. And that's what I told the guy to do. I said, I don't need to go to the KENWORTH for that because it has nothing to do with the truck. Just here's the battery. These lights are working for like 5-10 minutes right now, so the battery is not charging. And the guy started working on it, and then he comes in. I was waiting inside, and he comes in, he says, I need to show you something. And he takes me out to the truck, and he says there's no power on that cable that's supposed to charge the battery. And he says he also went to the front of the trailer, and there's no power on the center pin. Okay, he says that center pin in the electric connector is what supplies electricity to accessories on the trailer. And then he went one step further and he unhooked the cable from the truck electrical socket over there in the back, and he says that pin is not powered. And right next to it is another connector for a different shape of a cable. And he checked that one, and the center pin on that one is powered. So basically, from the factory, my truck came with 2 connectors, and only one of them, the one I'm not using right now, has the power on the center pin, right? And so my trailer would have to be modified to be used with that connector. So like why would they do it like that? Like the one that I'm using right now from the truck is that's like the regular connector you see on most trucks and trailers, like electric socket. I think it's like 9-pin, and for some reason they didn't put power to it. And so the guy says, well, and he started working on it, but everything is sealed. And he says, can I open the dash? I said, no, don't open the dash. And I said, let's call the KENWORTH and see what they say. So we called KENWORTH. The guy put me on hold to ask somebody because he had no clue what the answer would be. And then he comes back and says, well, yeah, if you modify anything on the truck, under the dash, if you install something at a third-party shop, that would void your warranty. And I said, okay, so when can I come in so you guys can fix this little hiccup over here? Probably should be covered under warranty as well, And he says, well, we booked this week, so we can schedule you for next week. And that's exactly why I went to a small shop, But, so it's not a problem with my battery, it's just there's no power, And so I said, okay, I'm not sure what I'm doing next week. Basically, I'll have to find a KENWORTH dealer to rewire that pin, and then my lights will be okay. So the guys didn't even charge me anything. I gave the guy $20 like tip, but they didn't charge me anything. He was working there like probably for an hour and a half, trying to figure out, like, doing diagnostics with his little magic screwdriver, that lights up when there's power. And I was watching in the back, he was checking, and he says, yep, he found the power, except that it's in the wrong socket. So I called the sales guy. I said, I need to buy another truck. I said, this one, it was only 225,000 Canadian, doesn't have any power in the center pin, so I'll have to buy another truck that does. So call me, we'll discuss the specs. And of course that was a joke, but you gotta wonder sometimes, why they do the things. Like, if somebody's buying the truck, maybe they should have asked, like, do you run any lights on your trailer that might need that center pin? Anyway, you guys say that I'm complaining again. I'm not complaining. I was trying to fix the freaking problem, and it was not the problem on the trailer. It was the wrong spec on the truck, pretty much, right? Like, why do I need that second connector? Never mind. Disregard the last comment. I need that probably for something in terms of a nuclear war, when everybody's dead and all electricity doesn't work on that connector. Maybe I can use this one with a specially modified trailer. Anyway, second thing, working on permits, still nothing has been ordered. I submitted my order, like request to order the permits for the 3 counties over here in Ontario that I'll have to go through with this big monster mother, because they don't want to take the wheels off. And somebody mentioned that the cab is actually easier to take off, and I didn't talk to them about this, but basically they're not willing to do anything. Like, I'm talking about the cat dealer, because they're not the owner of this machine. Okay, everything has to be okay. Then they have to get the PO number from the cat finance, like in the States. And those guys, they don't care. They don't want to spend any money, because they said this machine came like that from Huntsville, and it came like that from US before that. You know, it came exactly like that, fully assembled, right? So they're not willing to do anything. So and I warned them. I said, you don't want to take wheels off, we'll have to wait 5 days for the permits, right? And so the first, I sent a request to my permit company, and the first issue they ran into is because this is the first time I'm getting these permits for this for the counties. And even though a county is just a small part of the province, right? But all of them, and I'm dealing with 3, they have their own little rules, and basically they want to be named certificate holder on the insurance certificate. They want to be certain that I'm covered under insurance in their county, like, I guess in case it's on a different planet for some reason, because I do have insurance. Otherwise, how would I get my CVR, which is Authority for Ontario? How would I get my MC and US dot number? But anyway, so each county has its own little form that has to be filled out and sent to it, and that's what we've been working since yesterday, is trying to get these forms done, because they have to be sent directly by the insurance company, not by my insurance broker, but by insurance company, you know. So, and all this takes time. And so today's Tuesday, and I asked the permit company, I said, have the permit requests been sent over yet? They said no, because you cannot order permits until you fulfill the insurance requirements. And that's where that is, you know. And also number 3 update is, I didn't have any breakfast today, right? So I got up early, so I got these. These are very hard to find, believe it or not. You don't see them at the truck stop. It's the same Quest, but it's the best one. It's like my top favorite oatmeal chocolate chip. This thing, amazing. 22 grams of, strike that, 7 grams of carbs, effective 20 grams of protein. Servings per container. This is called a container. Servings per container 4. So I got, now I'm about to go into the Starbucks and just, oops, sorry. I hope you didn't hurt your head. And I'm gonna down 2 of these. And the next thing I'm doing, I finally got back to the DAT sales guy. He was so happy to hear from me, because he had been bugging me for weeks to sign up for the load board. $210 a month Canadian. And I said, guys, like, I said, I know this. I don't want to go over 1 year. Okay, I only want this, and I must be able, because these guys are crazy particular. Like, if you don't want them, they will not allow you to access this load board. Let's say you sign up and you indicate your address, let's say Cambridge, Ontario, Canada, and then they see your, you checking in from, let's say, Chicago, Illinois, guess what? They're like so, you know, I don't know, paranoia, you know. They will not allow you to log in because they think that you rented or sold your logging information to a friend or something, you know. Like, they're very protective. And like this other load board I'm using, American one, all you gotta do is just, you know, send them your visa information and show that you have an active MC number, so you know that it's not on hold. And for that to happen, you must have insurance, and that's why I couldn't sign up before in September, October, when I was waiting. But once you have insurance and your MC number is active, that's it, you get access. But those guys are like $30 a month, right? Like, these guys are $210 a month, and because of this, they know that people will try to, you know, cheat, because those prices are just, it's kind of like the airport, you know, where you go and you buy a bottle of water for $5, when in the real world it's only $1. So these guys are the same, and so because of this, they have this super tight 23rd century space technology that tracks you all the time where you log in from, you know, like, it's ridiculous. And you try to tell them that their prices are crazy. Oh, you know, we're the best load board in Canada. We've been here like 20 years or 30 years. But the thing is, they are the only load board in Canada. There's no other load boards, period. Like, for a country with like, what, 35, 40 million people, one load board killed all the competition, and now they can charge whatever they want. And I said, okay, so 210, I said, do not extend my contract after 1 year. And the guy says, actually, we're gonna give you a monthly access. I said, so I can cancel anytime? The guy says, yes. I said, are there gonna be penalties? He says, no. The only trick is, on top of 210 a month Canadian, these guys, that's just not enough for this big mafia type organization. They also wanted to pay an annual fee, like, and I said, why is that? Oh, it's because it's like a Sam's Club, you know, you have to pay annual fee to get what? Like, do I get access to some reduced prices or special deals? No, just to be, you know, for the right to pay $210 a month, you must pay them $200 annual fee to be a member of this special elite super secret club called DAT, Load Link Load Board in Canada. I hate these guys, you know, but unfortunately that's the only load board over here. Without it, you cannot see Canadian brokers and Canadian shippers, you know. So I need them because I want to do more loads like this, like local loads in Ontario, because, you know, I don't want to cross into US if I don't have to, right? Like, it's much more expensive, you know, all the fees and stuff like that, and plus, you know, you can make much more money when you do it, you know, when you do local regional runs. So basically, don't get me started on this load link mafia. And that's the update I wanted to tell you guys. And so yeah, working on permits, working on the new load board, and we'll have to fix the truck some other day because it just got too complicated. But the good news is that it's probably nothing wrong with my battery because the trailer is only 18 months old. So just the problem is with the truck. So thanks for watching. Captain Sergei out. Now I'm gonna go inside, kill 2 of these babies oatmeal protein bars, and start sending requested documents to the load board. They have, like, you should see their requirement, like the letter to sign up. You need to send them, like, I forgot, like 10 attachments, you know. Your MC number, CVR, proof of insurance, this and that. Like I said, it's like space technology, you know. They're so protective of their super expensive pricing, so it's not even funny. So Captain Sergei out.